Está muerto, está casado, está abierto, and none of these are temporary. So why do we use the verb estar? And well, let me tell you, it's because the rule you learned is incomplete. Most Spanish learners are taught that ser equals to permanent and estar temporary. And honestly, that works for about 5 minutes. And Spanish starts breaking that rule. Amigas y amigos, welcome back. This is Profe Juan, and by the end of this video, you'll understand why the permanent versus temporary rule causes problems, the real difference between ser and estar, and how native speakers actually think about these verbs. Not complicated grammar, no. Just how Spanish actually works. Before we start, let me remind you, both ser and estar mean, of course, the verb to be. And that's why they're so confusing. The challenge isn't translating them. The challenge is understanding why Spanish chooses one instead of the other. The classic, right? We have two words and you have just one, right? And the big idea is that ser describes what something is, and estar describes the state or condition it is in. That's it. Not permanent, not temporary. Identity versus condition. Let's see why that worked so much better, okay? Let's analyze this really, let's zoom in. And let's start with easy cases. Look at this. Él es inteligente. We're describing what kind of person he is, a characteristic, part of how we identify him. That's why Spanish uses ser. Now compare this with está cansado. Él está cansado. Notice the end. He's tired, right? Being tired isn't who he is. It's the condition he is in right now. That's why Spanish uses estar. One describes the person, the other describes the condition. Easy. So far, the old rule seems fine. Intelligent feels permanent. Tired feels temporary. But now, let's break it. Let's destroy this hypothesis, this concept with the destroy rule. Look again. Él está muerto. He's dead. Temporary? No. As far as I know, that's not something like you can recover from, right? Está casado, not cansado, casado. Él está casado. He's married. Is this temporary? Not necessarily. I mean, it could happen, but not necessarily. Está abierto. It's open. Could be open for years, but still estar. And why? Let me tell you. Because Spanish is not asking, is this temporary? Spanish is asking, what state is it in? Dead is a state. Married is a state. Open is a state, of course. That's why Spanish uses estar. Suddenly, these examples make sense. And the rule doesn't break anymore. Now, let's look at something even more interesting. Sometimes changing the verb changes the meaning completely. Look at this, mis amigos. Está aburrido. He's bored. A condition, a feeling, right? He doesn't want to watch TV anymore, right? Now compare that with es aburrido. Él es aburrido. He's boring. Now we're describing what kind of person he is. And that's why Spanish uses ser. It's the same adjective, right? But different meaning. Let me give you another one. You know, this is a classic. I hear this so much in my classes. Él está listo. This is a current condition, right? It's ready. But what if él es listo? Then he's clever. That's a personal characteristic. Fantastic, right? Let's add an extra layer. Well, with another example, right? Eso está rico. Rico. It's delicious. This is a current experience, right? You know, that specific dish. But if you say, él es rico, he's rich. It's a characteristic, right? And again, same adjective, different perspective, different verb. Well, now you may be wondering, what should I be asking myself? Like, because most learners ask like, is this permanent? And amigos y amigas, that's the wrong question. You should be asking instead, am I describing what it is or the condition it's in? You know? Like those are the real questions you should be asking yourself. Es inteligente. What is he like? Right? Oh no. He is intelligent. We use ser. Está cansado. What condition is he in? Oh, he hasn't rest. Él está cansado. We use estar. Es aburrido. What is he like? Right? Then we use ser. Él es aburrido. But how does he feel? Oh, he's bored. Él está aburrido. We use estar. These questions work much more often than permanent versus temporary. You know, let's identify the pattern. Think like this. Ser equals to identity, characteristics, classification. What is it? Estar equals to condition, state, situation. How is it? Not perfect, but much closer to how Spanish actually works. And this is why so many learners struggle with ser and estar. Not because the verbs are difficult, because they were taught the wrong shortcut. Most learners think ser equals to permanent, like always, and estar is temporary. But that rule breaks so fast. You know, you have the better way now. Ser describes what something is, and estar describes the state or condition it's in. That's why Spanish says, es inteligente, está cansado, está muerto, está casado, es aburrido, está aburrido. Different perspective, different verbs, and once you start thinking that way, ser and estar become much, much easier. But now is your turn. Write one sentence using ser or estar. For example, él está cansado, or ella es inteligente. And one sentence is just enough. I'll read some of them, and if you want more examples where changing one word completely changes the meaning, watch our video about Spanish adjectives that change meaning with ser and estar. Amigos, if this helped you understand ser and estar, like, subscribe, share it with your friends, and I'll see you in the next lesson. Adios!